the shimmering jewel of self-worth, is a gift from God every child deserves. Teardrops of Hope is a true story by Nancy Sullivan Gang and appeared in the Reader's Digest June 1997 issue. Title of Marcus Lloyd's speech: Teardrops of Hope. Teardrops of Hope, Marcus Lloyd.
Thank you, Henry. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Teardrops of Hope. My friend Laurie and I have brought out kids to the park today to celebrate my 35th birthday. From a picnic table, we watched them laugh and leap through the playground while we packed a basket bulging with sandwiches and cookies. We toasted our friendship with bottles of water. It was then that I noticed Laurie's new dog earrings. In 13 years I've known Laurie. She always loved dog earrings. I've seen her wear pairs after pairs, threaded crystal past blue, strands of colored gemstones, beaded pearls with luster pink. There is a reason why I like dog earrings, Laurie told me. She began revealing images of her 6 years of school, and the classroom was cheerfully decorated. Yellow May Day baskets hung suspended on clothesline above desks. Caged hamster rustled in shredded newspaper. An orange marigold curled over cut-off milk cartons on window shelf. The teacher, Mrs. Lake, stood in front of the class, her auburn hair flipping onto her shoulder like Jackie Kennedy, the kind, blue eyes sparkling. But it was her drop earrings that Laurie noticed most. Golden teardrops, strands laced with ivory pearls. Even from my back row seat, Laurie recalled, I could see those earrings gleaming in the sunlight from the window. Mrs. Lake reminded the class it was the day set aside for the end of the year conference. Both parents and students would participate in these important progress reports. On the blackboard, an alphabetical schedule assigned 20 minutes for each family. Laurie's name was at the end of the list, but it didn't matter much. Despite at least one reminder letter mailed home and a phone call her teacher had made, Laurie knew her parents were not coming. Laurie's father was an alcoholic. That year, his drinking had escalated. Many nights, Laurie would fall asleep, hearing the loud, slur voice of her father, her mother's song, slamming doors, pictures rattling on the wall. The previous Christmas, Laurie and her sister had saved babysitting money to buy their dad a shoe-shine kit. They had wrapped the gift with red and green paper and trimmed it with a golden ribbon curled into a bow. When they gave it to him on Christmas Eve, Laurie watched in stunned silence as he threw it across the living room, breaking it into 3 pieces. Now, Laurie watched all day long. His child was escorted to the door leading into the hallway, where parents would greet their sons or daughter with cross crowns, pats on the back, and sometimes even hugs. The door would close, and Laurie would try to distract herself with her assignments. But she couldn't help hearing the muffled voice as parents ask questions. Children giggles nervously, and Mrs. Lee spoke. Laurie imagine how it might feel to have her parents greet her at the door. When at last everyone else's name had been called, Mrs. Lee opened the door and motioned for Laurie. Silently, Laurie slipped out into the hallway, sat down on a folding chair. Across from the chair was a desk covered with student files and projects. Curiously, she watched as Mrs. Lee looked through the files and smiled. Embarrassed that her parent had not come, Laurie folded her hands and looked down at the linoleum. Moving her desk chair next to the downcast little girl, Mrs. Lee lifted Laurie's chin so she could make eye contact. First of all, dear Kay, I want you to know how much I love you. Laurie lifted her eye. In Mrs. Lee's face, she saw things she rarely sees: compassion, empathy, tenderness. Second, the teacher continued. You need to know it's not your fault that your parents are not here today. Again, Laurie looked into Mrs. Lee's face. No one had ever talked to her like that. No one. Third, she went on. You deserve a conference whether your parents are here or not. You deserve to hear how well you are doing and how wonderful you are. The following weeks, Mrs. Lee held a conference just for Laurie. She showed Laurie the drill. She scanned Laurie's paper and projects, praising her effort and affirming her strength. She had even saved a stack of watercolor Laurie had painted. Laurie didn't know exactly when, but at some point in that conference, she heard the voice of hope in her heart. And somewhere, a transformation started. As tears welled in Laurie's eyes, Mrs. Lee's face became misty and hazy, except for her drop earrings of golden curls and ivory pearls. What were once irritating intruders in oyster shell and had been transformed into things of beauty. It was then Laurie realized, for the first time in her life, that she was lovable. I, too, had grown up with an alcoholic father, and for years I buried my childhood stories. But Laurie had met me in a symbolic hallway of empathy. There, she helped me to see that the shimmering jewels of self-worth is a gift from God that everyone deserves. She showed me that even adulthood is not too late to don the dazzling diamond of newfound self-esteem. Just then, the kids ran up and flopped onto the grass to dramatize their hunger. For the rest of the afternoon, we wiped spilled milk, praised off balanced somersault, and glided down slides much too small for us. But in the midst of it all, Laurie handed me a small box, a birthday gift wrapped in red floral paper, trimmed with a gold bow. I opened it. Inside was a pair of drop earrings. Over to you.